Finally got 128 kilobytes of level 2 cache installed in this machine. Apparently the old chips I had were not working, except for the new ones. Now, let's go ahead and boot into Windows. Let's figure out the memory's up. And the operating system finally boots, and I didn't realize that the crappy DRAM memory. Okay, there we go. And sometimes it takes a while for it to actually load the operating system. It should load anytime now. Here we go. Before it would not even boot into the operating system, I was trying to figure why the CD drive wasn't getting right on Windows 95. I forgot to plug in the cable again. Whoops. There we go. And go ahead and hit the escape key, because I'm too lazy to type my password. And it should boot pretty smoothly now. This is a Packard Bell Pack-Mate 20 Plus. It's got 32 megabytes of memory in here. DX4100 overdrive processor. Ordered a new old stock Evergreen 586 upgrade chip. Here are the list of the specs that came with the system when brand new. It came with a 486 SX250 processor, which I have, but the pins broke off. 210 megabyte hard drive, which the owner upgraded to 428.1 megabyte hard drive, which is, I'd say, double. System has 4 megabytes of memory installed, which is the onboard memory. Upgraded to 654, which of course is probably like 128 after I updated the BIOS. Comes with a megabyte VL memory, which is the Cirrus Logic CLGD 5428 VLB video. I can upgrade it to 2 megabytes with the 70 nanosecond zip memory. It came with a Packard Bell color monitor. It has a 24 baud modem, a 2400 baud modem. It came with a mouse and keyboard, which I have downstairs in my back room. Of course, it has a local bus video, which is my VLB, or Visa Local Bus, predecessor to the PCI. You also have the local bus IDE hard drive interface, which allows me to hook up my hard drive and run it as a 32-bit code, which is the primary. The secondary is 16-bit only, but the CD drive is hooked up to the sound card, so that's a plus. It also came with Packard Bell Navigator and a popular selection of software titles, including Microsoft Office, MS-DOS, and I believe Windows 3.1, or probably just MS-DOS, and then Windows 3.1 or something like that. This computer only had a 3.5 inch 1.4 megabyte floppy drive and a 3-com Etherlink 3 Plus network card, which is currently installed right now, which has the XT IDE Universal BIOS on there. The 428.1 megabyte hard drive, and that's about it. This thing seen a lot of updates, installations, upgrades, the whole 9 yards, as well as modifications. I installed a battery holder on this particular motherboard, and I found a trick on vogons.org, the forums, excuse me. And I also added a 3.3 volt processor support on there by installing a fixed 3.3 volt voltage regulator, as well as a couple of 6.3 volt. I don't know what the microfarad is. I think it's like 22 microfarad tantalum SMT capacitors, which are actually on my side, I'm pretty good, but my soldering skills aren't really good. I also bridged the R131, which would be a resistor. And the resistor is, well, just a blob of solder, which actually looks pretty good. Over here in the front end, this is the counter tape drive. Bought that brand new 3 years ago. And there's the CD drive again. And then when I got the CD drive, it came with the Sound Blaster 16 CT2230 card, which has seen better days, but I can fix it. I can clean it off no problem. It doesn't look too bad. Actually, it's a pretty good sound card. And then CD drive, I plugged it into this computer. Everything was working except for one thing: the eject mechanism wasn't working. So I decided to take the disc out manually by dismantling the CD drive, and then it took out. And then I'm gonna check to see if the drive would open by using my test dummy IGE USB encoder kit, which of course right now I need to replace the power connector because the power connector that was on here, the wires broke off, so I gotta go fix that. Fortunately I have spares. And as soon as I took the drive apart, I got one of the broken CD drives. They has not worked very well. Like the laser stopped working because the disc broke, but the eject mechanism motor was still in pretty good shape, so I decided to take that one off of there, place it on here, which of course, like I said, my sounding's not really good, but it's making really good contact, and look how fast this thing opens. Opens up like it should. Not opening the screen here. Read CDs without a problem, which is a good thing. Down here is my Epson SD800 dual floppy drive. The 5.25-inch floppy drive mechanism is a little different for the eject. On the older style 5.25-inch floppy drives, they had a little notch that was right here that put an angle to keep the disc in the drive, the diskette in the drive, excuse me. But this one has the standard eject button, much like the 3.5-inch floppy drive. Of course, that's a copy of Lemmings, which of course I had to lubricate that drive sometime. It came with our system. Well, they got this back in 1992. We purchased this sound card bundle back in 1992. I think it was Sound Blaster 1.5, but I digress. And there is Microsoft Windows 95. It is actually running pretty well for a particular machine such as this. Let's go ahead and open up command prompt. Come on. I don't have a mouse pad, so I'm too lazy to get one right now. Let's see, actually, let's not log off. Cancel that. Let's do the shortcut key. And I'll show you how fast Doom runs on this machine now, with the 128 kilobytes of low-C cache. Alright, let's go ahead and run the demo mode. And of course, I don't have my speakers hooked up right now, and I'm too lazy to grab them. Let's type it in the wrong thing again. What? Yes. Oops. Why? It would have helped if the dum-dum would actually type in time, hyphen time demo space demo 3. Whoops. Yes, I know the screen's so you know you don't have to brag about it. You know you don't have to say anything about it. It's actually a lot faster than it was without the low-C cache installed. And I'm probably going to be running out of film on this. Well, sorry, memory. I forgot this thing has a timer. It says you have about 30 seconds left on there. Yep. So it's probably not going to show the whole thing on there. Let's just hope it does show the whole thing. It'll probably be saved by the bell. My 15-inch monitor. And that's how fast it is. And I'll put it